Hi, welcome to my channel, Amateur Film Snob. Today I will be talking about my picks for the Oscars 2024. I will not be doing predictions because there's plenty of predictions out there, and these are just my personal picks. Last video I said that this video was going to be an Oscars prediction, but I decided to do this one first. I will not be doing the shorts or the documentary because I did not watch those. Okay, to start off, we've got international feature film. I will go with The Zone of Interest. Next, we have original song, and I will go with I'm Just Ken. Although I didn't necessarily love Barbie, I thought Ryan Gosling's performance was hilarious, and that song was just the funniest part of the whole movie, in my opinion. Original score, I'm gonna go with Poor Things. I think Oppenheimer was a beautiful score. I thought Ludwig Göransson did amazing, and that it was, in my opinion, the best part of the film. But I think the Poor Things just fit with the movie so well, and that's why I'm gonna go with Poor Things. Next, visual effects. I'm going with, I'm biased because I love Mission Impossible. Going with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, even though I don't think this is necessarily the best visual effects. I love the Mission Impossible franchise. For sound, I have to go with The Zone of Interest. It was very unsettling and unnerving, and it was terrifying. Very sad to watch, and it was all because of the sound. Makeup and hairstyling, I will go with Maestro. With film editing, I will go with Anatomy of a Fall. I absolutely loved Anatomy of a Fall. Costume design has to go to Poor Things. And cinematography also has to go to Poor Things. I thought the background and just the sky, the shots of the sky in the background were just absolutely stunning and beautiful. Production design, either Poor Things or Barbie, but I'm going to give it to Barbie because I feel like it had a pretty good production design. Animated feature, I'm going with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Adapted screenplay, going with American Fiction. I thought this movie had a lot to say, and it was a good message, and I thought it was conveyed very well. Now, original screenplay, I'm going with Anatomy of a Fall. Like I said before, I love that film. Actress in a supporting role, many people, I agree with many people with this one, with Divine Joy Randolph. I think she stole the show in The Holdovers. I think every part of The Holdovers was amazing, but I think she stole the show. Actor in a supporting role, I'm going to have to go with, again, very common pick for Robert Downey Jr. I think he did really good. If not, it would be Mark Ruffalo. I think his eccentric performance was really helped the film out. Poor Things, but I'm gonna have to give it to RDJ. Actress, I'm going with, although I think Lily Gladstone did amazing, I'm going with Emma Stone. Her performance is nothing like I've ever seen before. And Poor Things, just the way she acts is so weird. It just helps move the film along. Actor in a leading role, this one was a harder one for me because I thought it's for three for me. It's Jeffrey Wright, Cillian Murphy, and Paul Giamatti. I think all three of those did very well. Three of those actors did very well, and I would be okay if any of them won. I would probably have to pick Paul Giamatti for actor in a leading role. Now, Best Director, although not my favorite film out of these five, I think Christopher Nolan deserves that award. I think his direction in Oppenheimer is how it got to be so big and so successful. Now, Best Picture. Now, this is going to be the next segment of my video is Best Picture. I'm gonna talk about each film. For Best Picture, I started Maestro. I will admit I have not finished it. I was liking it, but I only got 30 minutes in. So this isn't a complete accurate ranking since I haven't finished it. So I'm just going to exclude it from this list. And at the bottom I have Barbie. I feel like Barbie was a good movie, but it was the first watch. I watched it 2 times. The first watch, I really enjoyed it actually. I thought it was hilarious. It made me laugh a lot. And I thought the acting was pretty good. But then the second time, after I saw all the jokes didn't make me laugh again. They were just a one time thing. And so I got bored. And then I felt like the message, a good message of feminism, but it was just very preachy and conveyed in a spoon feed, shove it down your throat kind of way. And I did not enjoy that. My next pick will be Killers of the Flower Moon. This is the part where I think all of them are good films. I have them at 4 stars out of 5, but Killers are just at the bottom because it didn't make a big impression on me. I thought it was good, but like many, I felt like it was long. I felt like the time was necessary, but it just felt really long. Now, The Zone of Interest, again, I really liked it. That one's next, but this it was very unnerving watch. It was a sad watch. And that's why it's low because I don't think I'm ever going to watch it again. It was a good movie, but I'm never going to watch it again. Next is Oppenheimer. I was so excited for this movie because I I love Christopher Nolan. I know many people who do are called film bros and Nolan heads, but I don't care. He's a good director, one of the best of this time, this century so far. And I was really excited for this film, but Oppenheimer kind of just let me down. I didn't think it was as good as I was hoping. It was still good though. It was long, and everything else was good. It just didn't leave much of an impression on me. I didn't afterwards. I wasn't like, wow. Even though some of the stuff they pulled off was amazing, it just didn't leave me just sitting in my seat, just thinking, well, what did I just watch? That was amazing. Like some of the next ones coming up did. The Holdovers, great, hilarious movie. Really good acting. Really good script. I just like this one, and that's about all I have to say with this one. American Fiction, I'll be honest, didn't really want to watch this one. There was no reason in particular. I think the biggest reason was, like, the only reason that I can think of is that I didn't really hear anything about it until it was nominated for Oscar Best Picture. So I thought it was just one of those ones that they just threw into the mix. But then I watched it and I thought, wow, it was hilarious. It had a message to spread, but it didn't. It did it in a clever way. And it wasn't one of those, here are the answers, here's what we want you to believe. It was one of those, this is a subject that needs to be brought up, but you believe it how you want to believe it. That's my personal opinion. Poor Things. Um, Poor Things has, I feel like it was fairly successful, but I've seen a lot of hate on it, and I completely understand why. The whole plot of, spoiler alert, the whole plot of a baby's brain in a female body and then her just having sex all the time is weird and creepy. But I felt like that played along with the message, with the theme of a woman trying to, well, it's a girl in a woman's body trying to discover the world and how the world shapes her. And it just shows how evil people really are. That they will take advantage of others, of children, of naive people. They will take advantage for their own use. And now that I got that out of the way, I thought this movie was stunning. It was beautiful, very entertaining. I did feel like there was way too many sex scenes. I understand that sex was a big part of the movie, but I don't think they needed to show all of that so explicitly. That's why this is third on the list. Next is Anatomy of a Fall. I loved this. Every part of this movie I loved. Of course, everybody talks about the dog, Snoop, and his acting was insane. Never seen a dog act like that before. But I just loved it. Thought it was a great whodunit. That just makes you kind of sit there in your seat thinking, who did it? And it makes you think about yourself too, about what you believe. And then number one is Past Lives. I thought this was an absolutely incredible film. It was the one film out of all of these nine that I've seen that made me just sit in my seat in the theater after watching it and be like, wow. I don't know why, because I know most. I haven't seen a single person online put this as their favorite of the year, but I don't know what it was that really hooked me to this movie, that grabbed me in, but I loved it. I thought it was a very simple story, yet the way it was conveyed was very complex. The acting was very good, just and some of the shots, the cinematography was beautiful. I just thought this was a very well done film. And that is my video, my Oscar, well, yeah, my Oscar picks. Thank you for watching if you got this far, and please subscribe.